My name is Dan Romer. I'm a composer and a producer and songwriter. When I was 5, I started playing piano. Then I switched to guitar when I was 7. And then my guitar teacher, when I was 13, started having me work on a 4-track recorder. I went to college for pop production, and I got my master's in pop songwriting. I didn't quite get my master's, I failed film scoring. I kind of want to say that I was producing pop music, and then at a certain point it switched over, but they were kind of happening at the same time. I just didn't focus as much on film composition. I never intended to be a film composer. I wanted to be a rock star. I was in a band called Fireflies when I was in college and a little bit after college. Part of my David Bowie worship, just like trying to do this like kind of glam rock thing, and I loved those guys, and I loved being in that band. The rock band that I was in, we were playing to an iPod at that point. Every single little part, we knew how long everything was gonna last. Let's say you produce 6 albums a year, you're working on 60 plus songs a year instead of, if you're in a band, back then anyway, you were doing 12 songs every 2 years. I didn't want to work on 10 songs every 2 years, and that would be my life, I scored my first film when I was 21, I think, with Ben Zeitlin, who directed Beasts of the Southern Wild. For my old friend Ray Tintori, he asked me to come score his film, and I said to him, I've never scored a film, I don't know how to do it. When I started concentrating on film scoring, that's around the same time that some of the pop music successes in my life happened. I've been working with The Great Big World since, I guess, like 2007 or 2008 or something. Say Something was one of the songs I wanted to do, which we had already done, 4 years ago. And I was kind of lukewarm in the idea of doing that song again. I asked that if we were gonna do it, if we could just do it with piano and strings, and that's all that we would use, and they agreed. We didn't know that would be the big song off that record. Film scoring and pop music producing are pretty similar roles because they're both support for somebody else. When you're scoring a film, you're supporting the director's vision, and when you're producing a song, you're supporting the artist's vision. If I've been scoring films for like 6-7 months, when I open up a pop song, I'm just like, oh yes, I get to do this now. And then like similarly, if I'm working on pop songs for half a year, and then I open up a film score, I'm like, oh my god, I get to do this. So it's like really nice to go back and forth between the two. There's a pretty steep learning curve with film scoring, I feel like. I mean, my first feature was Beasts of the Southern Wild, and that's a very specific score. You can't just take that music and put it over any film and it's gonna work. You talk to any composer and they'll tell you that they're still figuring it out.